I look back to my days when I used to go over to Mahiki's and think I was really cool. And get home and you got a £2.5 bill because you got a firework box or whatever. I was crying.
But no, thanks for coming on the pod, man.
I'm very happy to be
here.
here.
I'm a big fan, man.
Because what's weird
Yeah.
is obviously I did The Masked Singer
Yeah.
and you were there.
Yes.
But I don't get to come and say I met you.
I know. So
Which
this
is weird.
This is the thing, right? So everyone asks me, they're like, "Oh, so you do The Masked Singer, and you probably, you probably meet everyone." And I'm like, "No, we don't." Even when people are revealed,
Well, I'm off, aren't I?
Yeah. Sometimes some people might go to stage if they really know someone.
Yes.
Like Davina's done it, and I don't think I've ever done it, but like we might go on stage to maybe like high five someone or whatever.
You didn't high five me, Mo.
I know, but we don't even get a chance. We might get a chance if you walk past.
It's out of order.
But that's it. How did you find it on the show? Being like...
Just petrifying. I can't sing, but I did it as it's a laugh, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the bush was quite camp and trim your bush, where's the bush, all of that.
Yeah.
And I just really enjoyed the experience. I did really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I was so nervous at all times. I was like, I need some Vaseline because I'm so nervous. Your mouth dries up. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to sing.
Yeah.
And lovely Liz was rubbing Vaseline on my lips.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a strange experience.
Do you know what's mad is because being like on the other side,
yes,
we generally don't know. And there is this thing where people are like, you must know.
No, of course you can.
But we don't know.
No.
But people think we know. So I've had people being like, you know who it is. But like sometimes if it's a distinct, the only person I could say is Lenny Henry.
Yes.
We knew quite early on. We was like, we know that voice.
Right, okay.
But we don't also want to spoil it for everyone watching.
No.
And we don't want to spoil it for the person who's in the costume. So we might know and we're like, I think we know, but... And then we kind of like...
But I've got a very distinctive voice. But I thought what helped me is someone said about Morgana Robinson, because Morgana does an impression of me. People went down the route of maybe it's Morgana doing me, which helped me. I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was good fun. I enjoyed it.
Thanks for coming on the pod, man.
Listen to me. I have to say this now. Me and my niece Maria, who I do my pod with, right? Me and my niece are obsessed with your latest stand-up.
Oh, thank you so much.
To the point, we're crying.
Thank you.
We've watched it about 3 times each.
Oh, thanks so much.
I genuinely mean it. It is absolutely, when you are talking about being in the club, right? And I look back to my days when I used to go over to Mahiki's and think I was really cool. And get home, obviously not with a bill of the size you had, but you get home and you got a £2.5 bill because you got a firework box or whatever. I was crying.
Oh, thank you so much.
I think you're amazing. I thought it was brilliant.
Thank you. No,
absolutely
thank you so
brilliant.
much. It's so funny with that bit in the show because that joke alone is probably 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So anyone who's ever seen it, it's quite a long part of the show. But whenever I do the show, there's only 3 people know how much that bill costs.
Okay.
With me is one of my good friends, who's my tour manager, Javan.
Yes.
Because what we used to do was when we'd go out, because especially in America, they'd be like, so, like Jose brought the bottles and can he get a tip? Now, the problem is with me, I'm too like, oh yeah, well, I feel bad for him. I've got to do it. And my friend Javan is the opposite. He's like, so that's his job. We ain't giving him no tip.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, I'm paying. So what I used to do, I shouldn't really admit this, but I'd be like, I pretend to be drunk. I go, oh, I'm so drunk. And I'll be like, hey, Chav, you sign it for me, yeah? I'll give you my pen. Then he would go through everything. He's like, all right, cool. So if Jose brought, what bottles did Jose bring? Nah, we're not giving him a tip for that. What's the tax? So we're paying a state tax, but a tip as well. So what one are we paying? And he'd break it down, and then it'd be like, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm so drunk. Oh, I can't. I'm so drunk.
So is that out of embarrassment? Because I find the same thing. I'm a very generous person.
Yeah.
And I'm also a very impatient person. And if I am out for dinner, and someone starts doing that bill, I can't be doing, because I'm not drinking because I'm driving.
Yeah.
I've had a Diet Coke.
Yes, yeah.
I had one slice of the garlic. I'll just pay the bill. I'm not just giving the bill. I'm going to pay the bill.
Yeah.
Because I actually can't deal with splitting things up.
No, I think for me it's like I am a very generous person, and that table I'm paying for anyway.
Yes.
So it's not even like we're all breaking up.
Yeah.
But it's it's the pleading. It's the, but like, please, like, if you could just like we like, because then I'm like, how much do I tip? Is it 10% of this?
We don't really get that here, do we? With people?
No. But out there, oh my God, man! I used to feel so. I feel bad, and then he'd be like, no, don't feel bad. Look at look at how much champagne is, bro. We don't need to buy it. We can't take it home. We can't take it home. And I'm like, it's true. So you need your yin and yang, basically.
Yes,
but
yes.
That I know what you mean though. When it's the but I only had prawns, and you're just like, you know what?
Please, just we've eaten the meal. Just pay the meal. I can't do it. I don't mind splitting a bill equally.
Yeah.
But I can't be doing. Or it's someone's birthday. Of course, you're not going to let the person whose birthday is pay.
Yeah.
But they're like, but they've had 2 bottles of wine. Yeah, they have this their birthday. We're going to pay for it.
Yeah. See, girls are good at going through the. Guys are very much like, all right, we're splitting it 5 ways. Yeah, is that because the minute if you're with a group, when me and my group of guys go out for a meal, the minute someone's like, they're like, what, bro? Like, is that what are you trying to tell us something? Like, what you broke? You broke? Is that what you're saying? Like, why did you come if you broke? And then you're like, this is awkward. And then we just have to split.
We are very grateful. We're grateful for our jobs.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're coining in more than me. But the point is, we are probably within our groups doing we're doing well.
Yeah.
We also should be spoilt sometimes.
Yeah.
We shouldn't feel the need to pay all the time.
I find it hard when people pay for me though.
I do as well.
I don't know why. I find it very hard. If someone buys me something, I'm very much like, oh no, you don't have to. I need to buy you something back.
I'm the same.
I can't have. It's not like I don't accept it, but I find it very like if I can go out with a friend of mine and he'd be like, I'll get a coffee. No, do you want a coffee? I'll get it. And I'm like, well, wait, no, I get it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, so I find it very hard to accept things, even gifts, birthdays, Christmas. I tell everyone, please don't get me anything. I just want you lot to be here and be around. If you get me something very small, maybe a vinyl record, a cheap one, secondhand or whatever. But
I'm the same. I don't like gifts. And then people say to me, "You're so hard to buy for." I said, "I am very grateful for everything."
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I am so easy to buy for, and all my family, they're like, "No, you're so hard."
Oh yeah. My mum says that. Mum's like, "You're the boy who's got everything," and I'm like, "Yeah, but mum, I just want you lot to be around."
Yes.
I don't. Yeah. I'm not bothered about the gifts and everything else. But yeah, it's definitely. Do you find with you being on television, especially like for how long you was on EastEnders for?
Yeah.
People feel like they know you based on the character. Because I've always wanted to ask that because I grew up watching EastEnders, right?
Yeah.
And in the special, I have a bit being like, in the UK, we treat people.
Ian Beale.
Yeah, and Ian Beale was the reference, right?
Yeah.
And I use that experience because I was at the NTAs.
Yes.
And I was like. I remember I was like, I said to my girl, I was like, hey, it's Phil Mitchell. It's Phil Mitchell. I couldn't believe it. I was like, and everyone, it felt like time stopped for me anyway.
Yes.
And I was like, and in my head, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm like, he looks like him from the soap too. Like it's different because normally I think he wears like a leather jacket or whatever in the soap. But now I'm like, but he just still looks like the character.
Yes.
It's not like he's dressed up or... I can't remember the lady that used to play, what's her name? Is it Pat Butcher?
Yes, Pam St. Clement.
So when she used to speak,
yes,
it was different to how it was.
She was incredible. She'd go, hello, my darling. How are you? She was, you're like, wow, you're not like Pat.
Yeah.
I don't know how someone on a soap who is doing that 6 days a week can do that amount of acting. I find it amazing.
Because I was quite young, so I think I'd seen her on an interview and I was like, wait, who? What's this?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you feel the same for yourself where people feel like immediately they know you and they start speaking to you as if like they're speaking to a character?
100%. I started, you got to think, 1993, I was 10.
10 years old you started,
So I started and I've grown up in people's lounges. The way I see it is 4 times a week in someone's living room. Mm-hmm. They're seeing me more than their uncle.
Yeah.
They're seeing me more than their friends.
Yeah.
At a certain age.
Yeah.
So when I see people, they're just like, Sonya, what's going on? Hello, Son. I even get hello, Son. I don't even get called Son on Albert Square. What's happening, Son? Look it all the time.
So like, you ever been in a place where someone has a conversation with you, like, and they're like thinking this is your life is real?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have. Very much so. Yeah, I can be in the supermarket. I mean, not so much now because Sonia's been gone for a year. So they'll just say, when are you coming back?
Yeah.
When are you coming back to the square? I say, I'm kind. I say, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah,
Who knows?
of course.
She's not dead, so
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
But people come up to me and they're like, oh, I'm so proud of you because you've done, you've been through all of that with Jamie and you're so good. And I'm like, thank you.
What do you do when people do this? Because in my head, it's like, I've had people just come up to me and be like, and they'll ask me a question, which I'm like, what? And sometimes they'll be like, where's Big Nasty, eh?
Yeah.
Doing that show, where is he? And I'm like, where? I don't know. He's at home. I don't know.
You get Big Nasty, I get where's your trumpet? Where's your trumpet? Where's Wellard?
Yes,
where's your brother? Where's Robbie?
Yeah. Because I think, like, and I'll say, EastEnders is the best. Like, I think also there's a thing because I'm from London as well, so it has a real connection. But especially it's a soap that I've grown up from as a kid.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was it like for you at 10 years old being on, such an iconic show? What was it like? Because you went to stage school, right?
I went to Ayrshire in Islington, so I grew up in Islington on Essex Road. But it wasn't a stage school as such.
Okay.
You had your Italia Contis, your Sylvia Youngs, which was much more all week and kind of, you want to be on the telly if you go there, which is not a problem, but whereas this was, put a pound in a pot and you go in for a couple of hours.
Okay, so like a local kind of drama
Very local
school.
Working class, pop in there, improvisation. There was no dancing, no singing, as you know.
Yeah.
But it was, something that I loved and I just got picked up from there. So I fell into it really.
Yeah.
So I always think I was very lucky enough to be there, right place, right time. And now I say, yes, I was lucky, but to keep something for 30 years going, 35 years, I'm 43 soon in May. So to keep it all up, you need a bit of talent and to be kind and professional as well.
Did you know at 10 years old because I'm sure you must have known how big the show was, but was there an element of pressure going into that show as a 10-year-old?
I did have no idea what I was doing.
Really?
In terms of what I was going into, my mum and dad watched Coronation Street.
Oh, no way.
They were Corrie fans.
Okay.
Which, being honest about, not great, is it? But yeah, they didn't like EastEnders.
Yeah.
And then I went into it and I didn't really watch television of that. What was I watching? I was watching Saved by the Bell.
Live and Kicking.
I was watching Live and Kicking.
Yeah, most definitely.
So yeah, I went into it and I really had no idea until probably 13, 14, that sort of age, where I began to see, for instance, crowds when we did Rick and Bianca's wedding. It was on location.
Yeah.
And we went into the church and when we come out, I can't even... it was ridiculous. It was sort of 3,000 people surrounding the church and I thought, my goodness, this is sort of a massive thing.
Yeah.
And then as I grew, more, and 15, 16, you start going out, start going clubbing, whatever.
Yeah.
Not that I should say that because my daughter's 15 now and she's not going clubbing yet. But when I was, and then you get let in everywhere and the tables, the bottles and all of that.
How was school for you at that age? Was you being homeschooled? Did you have to go to school? Because I had some people that went to my school that was in... they might be in like a CBBC, drama, for example.
Yeah.
And they was like the celebrity at school, but they were still amongst school. It would just be like, that's the girl from the Queen's Nose. That's Ella Jones. And that would be the thing. But you'd quickly be like, how was it for you?
I found it difficult. I went to Islington Green, which was, just local school. And I found a lot of jealousy. I found a lot of, why are you allowed days off a year? Why are you not in school? When we're in school, you're not in school. So I had a bunch of friends that were okay, and then I had a lot of aggravation. So I was fuck this, I'm just going to go down the naughty route. So I was very clever, actually, in terms of I liked work, I liked homework. I was a bit of a teacher's pet. I enjoyed learning, but it got to a stage where I was like, this has got to go out the window now and just concentrate on work because I loved it. Loved being there. That was my safe, fun place to be. And then when I was at school, I was just like down the canal. Yeah.
And when you're on set, did it ever feel like set? Because I remember being quite young and realising that Walford is not a real place. Because for me, my perception is like, this is a real place. There's a tube station, there's a chip shop, there's the Queen Vic, there's that round green, and realizing even up until probably, I want to admit, until probably as a late teenager,
yes,
I was like, this ain't a real place. And I think until I went to L Street Studios, I didn't go to an actual set. I was like, oh, it's on the actual studio set. So it's not even like, you know, sometimes it might be a set where it's like, oh, this road does exist, and maybe they lock it down and stuff like this.
Yeah, it's a funny old place. And they moved it all as well. It was the set was only meant to be from 1985. It was meant to be there, a couple of years. And it went for 35 years. Yeah. And then sort of they built another one. Now, that was weird for me. Yeah. Suddenly they'd built a whole new set, just what you described. Yeah. Sort of 4 minutes away from the other one.
Was it? Why did it do it? Was it a bigger set or?
It wasn't really. A little bit logistically. I think the roads were a little bit wider, but no, it was for safety. You know, it was just old and it had to be done again.
Okay.
But when you have walked out of your dressing room to go up to the square, for 20 years, the same way. The weirdest thing, another route, and it looks the same. It was very, very strange.
Because I know a lot of the actors live within the North London area-ish, that kind of North London, Hertford, anywhere near L Street Studios, basically.
I would say so. I mean, I was brought up Islington, and then I moved up to I was in Winchmore Hill for a few years, and then I moved up again to sort of near Hertford, where so because it's sort of 45-50 minutes away.
Was there any actors at that time of being 10 years old that really helped your progression as a young person on TV? Because I feel like, some of the names are just people that I think growing up I just knew them from EastEnders, until later on I was like, oh, they've done this and they've been in that show, or I didn't even correlate that Martin Kemp was in Spandau Ballet.
Yes.
And I was like, I think his name was Steve.
Owen.
I was like, that's Steve Owen. And until I got older, I was like, oh, he's from Spandau Ballet. I didn't know because I was so young. So was there any actors that helped you really, like kind of took you under their wing as such?
I'd say many of them, really. And again, I would say from the age of sort of 12, 13, that's when I started to create my own friendships, my own relationships. But yeah, I mean, Martin Kemp was a lovely, lovely man and a fellow Gooner, so I was happy with that.
Yeah.
In fact, Martin's brother Gary went to school with one of my brothers, or was in the year above at Central Foundation. Again, it's that Islington thing, because they were from Islington. But yeah, people like Steve McFadden, Phil Mitchell, as you say, and Adam Woodjack, they helped me with financial advice. Steve was the first one to say to me, you need to get on the property ladder now. Get on there. This was when 100% mortgages were knocking about.
Oh my God, the good times, boy.
The good times.
You could walk into a bank.
Crazy
stuff. I'd like a house. Which one? Any young people listening, that's what used to happen.
It was crazy stuff,
now
guys.
You have to basically sell your kidneys. Yeah. So like, you left. What was your decision to leave? Was it to branch out and do more stuff? Was it to separate yourself from a show that you're always connected to?
I will never, ever separate myself from that show. I think anyone who believes that they're not typecast after being somewhere for 30 years is a little bit delusional. But I love the fact that I've been Sonya. Yeah. I love the show. Grown up there. Like I would never go, I don't want to talk about it. If we can not talk about the trumpet, please.
Yeah.
I embrace all of that because it's my life. But I left because I just think there's stuff to do, and it's quite a relentless show. It's an amazing show, but you are there. You can't say, in 3 weeks' time, can I have a week off because this project has come up? Yeah, you can't. It's a huge machine. There's 60 people, 60 cast, so you're there, and you can't really take on other things. Yeah, and suddenly other things were coming through, different bits and pieces. And I thought I would like to try other things and have a bit more time at home with the kids as well, which has been nice.
I could imagine. What were some of those things during the time when you was on EastEnders that you had seen come through that you might be like, I wouldn't mind being able to do that, but if you're saying you're working 4 days a week, then it must be like, well, I just can't even think of
Well, sometimes it'd be 6. If you have a massive storyline and you're in everything, you know, like the week where it's someone's major storyline, that can be 6 days a week for 12 hours a day, continuous. And then you're going home, getting home at 8 o'clock, and you've got 12 scenes to learn for tomorrow. It's all, you know, your whole life revolves, which is wonderful, because that's when you're getting the good stuff. But scheduling wise, you know, you can't book a dentist appointment. I can't book to come and see you on tour in 2026 on a Tuesday night because I don't know what I'm doing. Even stuff like that is so amazing to be able to go, yeah, I'm going to see Olivia. Yes, babe, we'll book Olivia Dean on the 2nd of May.
Oh, wow.
We can book this, or we can. I'd never be able to do that, or I would, and then some bloody, you know, someone else would have to go.
Yeah, you never think of that because I feel like sometimes I know the soap runs pretty much 52 weeks of the year. Do you know what I mean? In terms of how it's running, because it's always on television. You know, Christmas time is probably like the big time of the year where there's been a story that might have started 6 to 8 months ago and is concluding during Christmas time. Yeah. But then I don't know, I've never really thought where you're not able to, the simple things of like go to a show.
It's the simple things, or book a dinner. So you got your call sheets on a Thursday evening or a Friday morning for the following week. Yeah. So that's how late. So, you know, you'd have a friend say, next week, should we have a bit of dinner? I'd be like, I don't know. And
I've always wanted to know this, right? In a soap, because look, I've done minimal stuff on camera in a sense of like anything that's filmed, and you know, even for me, I'm sitting there learning my lines.
Do you like it though? Do you like acting?
I love acting.
Yeah.
Hate learning my lines.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because I'm dyslexic. It's retaining the information.
Yep.
Where I can retain it, but as being a comic, I'm so used to, let me add this bit here and add that bit there. And I done this film a year or two ago, and I'm with he was in EastEnders actually. Is it Nish Patel?
Himesh
Patel. That's it. I was
Lovely
with
Himesh
Patel, right? And you know, this is like a serious film, and I've got to do the funny little cameo bit in the film. And I'm learning my lines. I'm like, I'll jazz it up though, innit? It's me. And it's like, add action, do my lines, add a little funny bit. All right, okay, guys, cut. Great, well, love it. If you could just say the lines, how it is. But I've remembered the lines in my head of like the beat to add a comedy bit here or there. Yeah. Now I've got to do it straight. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do this.
Did you do it?
I done it.
You did it.
I done it. It was a few takes. With sunlight was going, and it was like, okay, great. We've got to get sunlight, and I'm like, okay, I'm on the clock now. I can't keep messing up the lines. But how is it for you learning your lines when you've got so many scenes in, let's say, a week? How does it? How do you do it?
I feel like however my brain works and the muscles that I've been using over this time. So it's learn, do, chuck away. Learn, do, chuck away very quickly. Excuse me. So, for instance, when I have done, say, a theatre show before now, and you're doing the same lines every night, say, for 3 months, I have to relearn that every day. There are people going to me, why are you still looking at that script? We've been doing it for 2 months. I said, because if I don't look at it, my brain works, I do the show, and it's gone. Yeah. And I have to relearn things. All right, it's sort of a little bit there. But the years that I was doing it, it's like the script is your Bible. Yeah. It's with you wherever you go. Read it. Cooking, reading. Before going to bed, read it. And that's all I can say. Lots of people write it out. I knew people that would make voice notes of it and listen to it when they were driving.
Yeah, I've tried that as well.
But for me, it was just reading. Yeah. And it just went in some way. But I haven't done that now for a year. I bet if someone said to me, could you do 10 scenes tomorrow, I would shit myself. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've some of my friends who are actors and they've worked on, a friend of mine worked on Holby City, for example. And he was telling me, he's like, bro, the top guys, they're just like, cool, what's the main part of the line? Cool, all right, and action. And they'll just chuck it out. Because they're a series regular, they just know it, but also...
That's never happened to me.
No.
Never.
Oh, I didn't know.
I have to learn. Yeah. I know people. I've sat on the sofas in reception before. Yeah. I've been like, oh, that scene we got this afternoon, that's heavy for you. And they're like, what? I'm like, shut up. Don't pretend you've... They're like, no, I've not looked at it yet. And I'm like, sweating.
I'm like,
what are you talking about? I can't say. I was like, you are joking me that you've not looked at it. And they're like, no, not yet. And they go, okay then. And I mean, monologues. I'm like, how is that possible? The photographic memory. That would be me for 3 nights, you know, on and learning and looking. And So, I think, you know, the job probably it's easier for other people because they don't have to go home and work at it because of the way they work.
Yeah. So what was your biggest storyline then?
I would say it's hard to say really. The biggest one that put me on the map, so to speak, was giving birth, not knowing that I was pregnant.
Yes, on the sofa. I remember this one. Yeah.
So that was, and I won a Smash It award and a soap award, and so that was quite nice. I was 15 at the time, so that was amazing.
Yeah.
But then Jamie dying Christmas Day was a big one. Poor Jamie dying and being at the bed Christmas Day, and he died.
He got run over.
By Martin.
Yeah. Fuck.
Christmas Day, everyone crying.
He was at the Gilligan Sugar Dim times because he had the what's it called again?
Curtains.
The curtains. Yes. Oh my God. So like when you're involved in those big storylines, because I've always wanted to know this. Do you know, like, for example, I don't know, who shot Phil? Right.
No.
So nobody knew.
No.
Really?
Nobody knew.
Oh, say swear.
Like you with the Smart Singer thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course you know because you're on the... No.
I always thought like the person who knew.
Yes, the person who was doing it knew.
But I didn't... Okay.
But even that, I think they would do...
different versions.
So
and then
maybe
pick
3
in the
actors.
edit.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The same as... what was the other story? Oh, with the... where they buried the body.
Yes, yeah.
And who was murdered and all.
Was that Saskia? Was it that one?
Oh, we're going back now.
Ooh,
back.
Yeah. I remember Saskia
with the ashtray.
Yeah, with the ashtray.
Wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Oh man, because I've always wanted to know whether you know as like the cast or whether it's because I know they sometimes speak about we shot different ones and we just know when everybody watches it and that's the scene we put in. But I never knew if anyone actually knows. Where like, well, I know, but I can't say. Obviously,
I mean, the biggest one was Who Killed Lucy when we did a week of live episodes, and no one knew who'd killed Lucy. There were bets on.
Nobody knew on the cast,
and that was, and then obviously live, we found out.
Yeah,
that it was her little brother.
Oh wow! You know what's brilliant about this conversation? Yeah, is that I remember discussing soaps with someone in the States. Right?
Okay, yeah.
And they was like, like some of our soaps are like, and I'm like, you familiar with EastEnders? And they were like, oh my God, like yeah, like I've seen it, but like, and I'm like, but do you know what it is? And I was trying to tell them like, bro, this comes on like every night, and they was like, no way, because they're like their soaps is like Sunset Beach.
Yes.
So I was like, yeah, no, ours ain't like that. But they was like, what? Every night?
There was a fan club. Can't remember the channel. But there's quite an American fan base for EastEnders. And they would pay for it, and they would watch it. And also, doing my podcast now, I have a lot of listeners from New Jersey. I've got this one woman, she is wild. She's like, hey, y'all, I'm over here and I've started watching EastEnders. What the fuck is this? She's absolutely brilliant. But there are a few sort of Americans that have started watching it because they listen to the podcast. So cool.
Wow. Are there places in the world that you've been recognised from people that aren't Brits that watch EastEnders? Has it ever happened to you?
I'm not a massive traveller, to be honest, Mo.
No, you're not?
No, not majorly.
No.
I like being at home.
So you don't like travelling at all?
I don't mind.
Because I would think, because you film so much, that like when you got time off, it's like, I'm going to go on holiday somewhere.
I do go on holiday. In fact, I've got braver. Yeah. I'm getting better.
Where's the furthest you've been? Or like most adventurous?
I've been to America before, but always sort of with a travel show or with work. You know, you're rushing around.
Yes, yeah.
I did a show years ago for BBC One called Natalie Cassidy Goes Wild in Australia. And it was 2 weeks, or I can't quite remember, 10 days, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I was only 19 at the time. But again, it was here. We're in the rainforest. We're letting a koala go. Now we're in a little plane and we're going to let the Cassidy bird go. You know, it wasn't really time to look around.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, no, I have travelled. But if I have a week off, I'm like...
You just want to be at home.
I need to sort my wardrobes out. I need to do stuff. I've got to sort my drawers out. I want to cook.
Yeah.
I want to be at home.
Yeah.
Bit of a home bird.
Do you think that's what makes you so relatable? Because I feel like this is the first time we've met, and I feel like I know you.
No, it's really upsetting, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know we've seen each other on Masked Singer, but I've not properly met you.
No, we haven't had a chat properly, no.
Yeah, but do you think that that's what makes you so relatable, that people know you more as Natalie Cassidy and they're not saying, that's your Sonya?
No,
Does
I
that make
think
sense?
it's because I'm not an arsehole.
Yes, yeah.
People go, what is your secret of being relatable to people? I said, it's because I'm not an art. It's not really a secret. I don't get it. People go, your Instagram's so interesting. Like, how have you sculpted it? I'm like, what are you talking about sculpt?
Yeah.
I think of something and I say it. I don't think about these things.
Yeah.
I am who I am. I couldn't give a shit what people think of me. I don't know what you want me to say. This is not... I'm like this. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
I don't come into you and go, I'm doing a pod now. Like, I've got to be like this.
Yeah. But you do have a massive relatability in terms of, I guess it's like someone who's on screen. And I guess for anyone who's, who goes on Instagram and be like, oh, right, I feel like I know that person is for them and not for because I guess being such an iconic character, it's almost like, oh, like I know you because I know you, your character, so I know you. Like, do you know what I mean? As opposed to like, you just seem like you enjoy what life brings, as opposed to like the job is a luxury. Do you know what I mean?
But I fell into it, man. I was 10. I never wanted this job.
Yeah.
I love it.
What did you want to be when you was 10 then? Because you was doing acting.
What did you want to do when you were 10?
At
be
10,
honest.
No, I'll be honest. At 10, I wanted to be a fireman.
Did you?
Yeah.
Make a lovely fireman.
Hopefully, boy. But I don't really like getting burnt, so... I don't like fire, It's weird because as a kid, I used to love playing with matches. I used to love playing with matches. I loved getting a match and going poof. Like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But I remember the minute I got burnt, like I think on like the spoon or whatever. Yeah. Like I'd put it on the stove and then once, oh my God, the pain.
How are you putting spoons on the stove?
No, because I always used to like burning a thing in it. Like I burn a spoon so it goes orange.
Spoons.
Do you know what I mean?
They'll chop that up. You sound like a heroin addict. For goodness sake, Mo. You know what these people are like. You know
forks! I'll burn a fork
they
then.
Do anything for clicks. Anything for views.
But no, I did. I wanted to be a fireman, but I don't like fire like that. I don't like it like that, if that makes sense.
I understand.
What about for you at 10 years old?
I don't remember. I always remember making people laugh.
You'd be a good stand-up comedian,
to me.
You know?
We'll talk about that in a minute because it makes me cry.
Why?
Because I just can't even think about... Your job, to me, is the best job in the world.
You could do stand-up easily.
Your job...
I promise you, I swear you could do stand-up.
When I sit and I'm watching that telly, I go, look at all those people and they're all going, Mo, Gilly. And I'm going, there are 1,000. How are you standing there on your own?
No, but you know what I'd say with comedy is that...
How are you standing on your own for that amount of time making people laugh?
No, but the difference is with comedy is that there's so many people there. I know that I've done this enough times that I can make half of these people laugh. So I don't look at the amount of like, there's this 1,000 I've got to make.
No, but you started off somewhere.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I think that I've always had the same mantra where I'm like, my job is to make everyone laugh. If half the people in the room laugh, I've done my job. Because the other half, let's say 25% of them, they're not going to find it funny, and that's fine. Okay. The other 25 will just laugh because they've laughed. So they're like, yeah, I'll do that too, yeah. Yes, and they don't really, they're not finding me funny. They might just find the fact that their friend finds it funny or, never thought of it like that. I say, like, true, and I'll put the bins out. Yeah. Because then they're thinking of their own experience, whereas the other 50% are like, I'm engaged. I find that funny. And I've always looked at humour like that as opposed to being the funniest person. As long as I'm confident in it.
Like,
you know
that's
what I mean?
why comedy I love. Because there are so many. I'll sit and watch live at the Apollo.
Yeah.
I'll be crying with laughter.
Yeah.
and someone's like, that is the most unfunniest thing. I love that.
Yes.
Because there's room for everybody. There's, you know, I just find it fascinating.
Thing is, comedy's great when it's going well. When it's going bad, whoo. The thing is, I'm lucky enough that I've done it long enough that when I get the bad ones, I'm like...
How long have you been doing it?
19. I started when I was 19.
How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
38
wow.
now. So when I started when I was 19.
21 years. No, sorry. 19 years.
Yeah, 19 years. But the thing is, I think...
Not Carol Vorderman.
Do you know what it is with comedy? It's like when you're young, you ain't got nothing to talk about, really. When I look back at what I was talking about when I was 19, I was just talking about things my friends found funny. Let's going out raving. And
yes.
when you go to the bar, you ain't got money to buy a drink. It's only until I've got older that I can now craft it. And I'm like, that's funny. Or let's tap into this. Or like, for example, with the last tour, I got to speak about the icks because one, at the time I was single. So I was just so intrigued of like, what is it that you...
But
find
the ping
repulse
pong
of?
ball is so
Oh,
good.
no, thank you. I'll be honest. Someone told me that, and I was in hysterics.
It was.
And me as a comic,
so
I was
true.
like, oh, that might be a bit. Let's delve into that. I'm gonna have to take that from you there.
Well, funnily enough, after watching yours, we took that and I put it on the pod.
Yeah.
I was like, icks. We've got to talk about icks now.
But do you know what it is? It's one of those conversations that people are having in a like, I know I'm not the first comic to ever speak about it.
Of course not.
But definitely, you're like, when I do a live show, I always think of the experience of, okay, when everyone leaves, like, and they're in the car and they're on the train and they're going home and they're like, what's the bit they're going to talk about? And they're like, oh yeah, that icks. And then you might get guys like, babes, what do I give you the ick for? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a thing me and my girlfriend have, and I'll do something and I'm like, oh, I gave you the ick, innit? And she goes, yeah, that one there. That thing you done there gave me the ick. Yeah, you tiptoeing to get the bowl that's too high just gave me, and it's whereas now I do a thing where I jump and I pull.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's nice.
Because I look cooler.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
I think it's definitely, as a comic, it's being relatable enough that makes it feel that this is a conversation that you can have in your car with your friends and still feel included in. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, because my podcast that I do now, do you like my Hatmo?
Yeah,
shameless plug.
I got to come on your podcast, man.
Yeah, you have.
I'll
Shameless plug.
plug it,
Why
of
not,
course.
though? I thought, if I can't do it here, where can I do it?
100%, that's what
Merch
it's for.
available, yeah?
Yeah, come on, let them know, man. Let them know, man.
But my pod is with more of my family.
Yeah.
So I do it with my Mark, my fiancé. My kids will pop on every now and again.
Yeah.
Then my brother, and then my nieces, who are like my sisters. We have Nat's nieces. And it's created this, my sister-in-law's on there. We do grief stuff. We talk about loss and grief. I don't have many celebs on it.
Yeah.
Because I just think people could listen to them. They're bored of the celebrity thing. And I've created this community, exactly what you say. So, for instance, I'll do something where I'm talking about cutting in on the A414.
Oof.
And that I can't cope. For me, I can't. And I just mentioned it one day, and it's become for a year, people still message me about cutting in.
But when do you cut in? Because
no, I don't cut in.
You don't cut in?
This is what I'm saying to you.
Listen, I'm a cutting specialist,
I'm not happy with you.
Listen.
It is selfish.
Me cutting in?
It's very selfish.
I'll tell you where I cut in where do I cut in the most?
I bet where you are, roughly, we're talking sort of on...
So let's say A406, yeah?
If
I'm coming off the A406, we're northbound and...
Palmer's Green areas.
Yeah, if I'm going off there, I know what that queue's like. So I do a cut-in where I'm like, all right, I'll do a generous cut. Because I think whenever you cut, you know where the stripes are, where you're like, come on, you can't cut there, man. You know where you've got the stripes, the barriers. Yeah. That bit there.
There's no generous cutting.
No, there is. I believe if you've left a gap and you weren't concentrating, you have to be prepared for a cut-in. You have to be. Yeah. So same with me. If I'm like, you know what, I left a gap. Fair enough, cut in. Do you know what I mean? It's when there is nowhere to cut in and you wait and then you look and you're like, come on, I'm not letting you in, man.
Oh, I'm up to the... I'm so close to the other car. I'm so close. And then I'm like this, and I'm going, are you all right? And they're like that.
No, I can't.
They don't turn around to me. They're like that.
I can't. I just let them in. Unless it's like if it's a real push in or like, come on, man. I'm like, no.
I don't like
but
that.
But most of the time, I'm like, you're going to be at the same light we're going to be at.
We were talking the other day. If it's sort of I can't explain it. a big van, it's like a scaffold van or something,
yeah.
and they are just blatantly cutting in, and they sort of they're giving you a wink, and I think, fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's the ones that are like, they don't look at you.
They don't look at you.
And I think I don't like it. In your big car, you're all done up, and you're not looking round. You're not saying, "Can I?" Sorry. It's just that right. I don't like that
listen.
at
Anyone
all.
who is a tradesman, van drivers, I know you're busy. I've got no time to be trying to plead and go in.
Just go on.
Because one time I was driving. Where was I? I was somewhere, and I seen these guys going at it. The van driver got out of his car. He had an argument with the other guy, took the keys out of the other guy's car and threw them. And that was the moment where I said, I will never in my life get into it with any of these van drivers, you know?
It's true.
To take someone's keys and throw them.
It's true. It's best just to let them get on with what they're doing.
Never. We digress. We do digress.
Yes.
You've been doing it, you know, you've been in EastEnders since you was 10 years old.
Yep.
How have you dealt with like the tabloids? Because I feel like, you know, some of those stories we're talking about was in like the height of the 90s, early 2000s, which I feel like the tabloids were at a place where, you know, all you're doing is being an actress. Do you know what I mean? On a soap.
Yes.
But then you have to deal with another side, which is like, what's that got to do with anything?
Again, I've always had a very thick skin. I don't know where it comes from. People say, is it learned?
I think it's an Islington thing, you know?
I do as well.
I think it is.
North London.
But there's Islington, North London is very much, it's like the Bermondsey of South London.
I think
do you
you're
know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But I don't, like I say, I don't worry about what people think. I never have done. But when I look at it retrospectively, that's very different because I have two daughters now. One daughter being 15.
Yeah.
Who loves you, by the way. She thinks I'm so cool.
Oh,
here
big
today.
ups, man. Yeah.
Got a bit of photo for her.
Yeah, of course.
She's skiing at
We'll
the
do a
moment.
video.
Thank you. She's skiing in Andorra. Her friends won't go wild.
Of course
they won't believe. I know. Yeah, this, you know, school trip and all that. I'm just praying she don't break her neck. I just want her home Saturday in one piece. Wait till I show you the video, you'll be like, oh my God. So anyway, but because I have a 15-year-old daughter, they were writing things, the tabloids. They were writing things like this Sonya, the beached whale coming up. And when now you think, how can a grown adult write that about a teenager, a teenage girl? Yes, I was on the large side. I did like a McDonald's. But you can't be writing things like that. I was, you know, I was a larger size then, but I was happy. I was confident. I didn't care. I went out. I was partying, drinking, junk food, just having a great time.
Yeah.
And I used to get the crosses and the ticks next to my name. You know, the pink tops, your heats, your closers. But I don't look back on that angrily. That was the time we were living in. Does that make sense? That's what was going on.
Yeah.
If I wanted to go, all right, if I was in, what was the club? Sugar Reef or whatever on a Tuesday night, I'd chosen to do that and wear a bandana and cargos and a vest top.
Yeah.
I chose to, I knew paparazzi were going to be there. So sort of letting yourself in for it. I'm not saying it's right what they were doing, but it was a very different time.
Yeah.
Very different time.
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine. I always remember that, especially the early 2000s, especially with the magazines, like you're saying.
Yes.
And being on like a front page. Because, and did it ever dent your confidence in any way where you're like, maybe I might not go out, or maybe I might dress a little bit different?
No.
Or, do you know what I mean?
Not at all. Not at that time. I would say more so now. I think as I've got older, and maybe that is because of that, I'm not sure. But I think, oh no, I don't want my arms out. I hate the top of my arms.
Yeah.
I reckon that is from that era where I look at pictures and think, oh, and they were commenting on, oh, should put your arms away or whatever. That's probably stuck with me now, you know. But yeah, it is what it is.
Do you know what I love? I love seeing, I love seeing the soap stars at the NTAs. It's my favourite thing ever. Because I feel like that is for the soap stars, that's your event, that's your night. Because one, I love it because, again, I get to see people that I've grown up with on television.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm just amongst them. I'm just, walking past. I'm like, oh, right, there's that person. But also, I'll tell you another reason why I love it is because I feel like the rivalry, I don't know if it is a rivalry, but when you all get up as a group And then, because I've been there and I'm like, oh, right, that's the whole, you're like, right, that's the whole cast. The whole cast. And they all go up to win. And it's like, it'll be led by, by Steve McFadden. And the whole cast go up. Is there rivalry amongst is that a thing, or is it something that everyone else creates?
I feel like it isn't so much a rivalry. We're all very lovely to each other.
Yeah.
But when you win that, it's like, yes, it is a real... It's, it's like a football game. It's like, yes, I would say it's more of a kind of everyone loves West Ham.
Yeah.
So it's a friendly sort of thing. It's not like Arsenal Spurs.
Yeah.
However, when you win, you're like, yes, we've won it. There's a passion about it and a pride because you've worked hard.
Yeah.
You know everybody around you's worked hard. When Steve McFadden, I was actually not there. I'd left by then.
Yeah.
When he won the Best Actor award at the NTAs,
I was there that night. That was big.
I'm telling you, I can't talk about it without crying because he deserves it so much. How has it taken that long? I was at home. I was just like, this is amazing.
Yeah, that was my favourite moment of the whole thing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was amazing because you got a standing ovation. And I was just in awe because I was like, I've seen you on my TV for years.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. And don't get me wrong, the people I'm sitting with, I've got Gary Lineker in the front and Michael McIntyre. But I'm like, it's funny because my girlfriend's not from here. So she doesn't understand the magnitude of how big some of, the soaps are. And I'm like, babes, that's Steve McFadden. And she's like, she's from Brazil. She goes, I don't know. I said, that's Phil Mitchell. It's Phil fucking Mitchell, man. Like, how do you know this? I've never seen it.
I bet she's like, who's Phil?
Yeah. But she's like, oh, you got to watch the Brazil soaps. I said, nah, I don't know about that. I draw the line here, madam. But like, as well as EastEnders, you've also fronted your own stuff as well, as you. How does it feel when you're able to front things away from, let's say EastEnders and front your own shows, like you're saying, go to Australia? You had something, was it Being Mum on E4?
Yeah, I did that years ago.
Yeah.
I did a little documentary called What's the Big Deal for Channel 4. I really enjoy being myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. When I left, doing the podcast, having a few bits, doing Masked Singer, and then this documentary came along. I've got a BBC, I went back to school mode. Because bearing in mind, I can't even remember doing an exam, if I'm honest with you. I was at work, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
I think I probably went into a maths and English exam. I really don't remember. And I was talking to this company. Like you have these meetings with production companies. What's your passions?
Yeah.
What's your passion?
What do you love to do?
Yeah, what would you love to do?
And they sit there like that.
So, and I spoke to this lovely company and I said, I love talking, caring. I looked after my dad. My dad passed with me. People don't talk about these things. It was an honour and a privilege to be with him. I know, a bit deep, I know, but and I said to her, I cared for my dad, and I would love to go into looking at care. And they came up with a great thing, which is BBC Daytime. It'll be on probably the end of May. We haven't got a title yet, but I go and do a level 3 BTEC in health and social care.
Oh, wow.
Assignments. I'm in the classroom. I'm with the kids. I go to placements. I'm in, older people's homes, dementia homes, hospitals. Loved it. I love doing it. I really loved it.
Yeah.
So there's what I love about this is you don't know what you're going to do next. Someone can come up with an idea and you think, yeah, all right, I'll have a go.
Yeah.
But I do say no to things as well.
What are some of the things you say no to?
Just ideas that come up and whatever that, it'll be an idea for a documentary, and I think that has nothing to do with me. I don't like what you're talking about. I have no history, no link to this whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think there is something about saying yes to everything. People get bored of you as well. It's like, oh, here they are again.
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing this now. Oh, she's doing that now.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on this advert, that advert. Do you feel like you have to be a little bit,
a bit selective?
Selective.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think, when you get into a space and you're a hot commodity where people are like, it's like you're saying, people will say, oh, you're so relatable. What about this idea? And you're like, I get that, but I couldn't see myself watching this thing that you want me to make.
Yes.
So if I can't see myself, I can't see how anyone my friends or my family watch it, let alone anyone else out there too.
Apart from, as you said, like the nursery rhymes.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about this? And you go, actually, I think, do you know what? Let me have a little. I think I can. You know, I like it. Actually,
you know, you ever look around. You ever look around your house and be like, do you know what? We need to get this floor done. What's that? We can. I think we can squeeze it in. Yeah, I've always had a passion for doing arts and crafts. Mo Gilligan, arts and crafts. Explore the world of arts and crafts. Yeah,
oil painting in the country with Mo Gilligan. Absolutely. Do you ever do this one? I swear that's my idea that I told someone. Sure, I've told a production company about that.
A day in my life, literally, is messaging my manager being like, "Hey, look at this. Look at this thing I'm going to send you. See you." Oh my God, that is, I know, right? That is, I swear that's what
True, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of those go on.
100%, man.
Oh.
It's been such a pleasure to have you, on the podcast, but it's really been a pleasure just to like properly meet you. Do you know what I mean? And I mean that from the heart. I feel like you're an absolute national treasure. Like, and the way you've been able to like, you know, transition yourself from being on our screens from 10 years old, but also to a point where, you know, you front your own shows. Do you know what I mean? You do stuff as you, and people know you as Natalie Cassidy, and they're not being like, you're Sonya. You know, someone will always say that, but it's like you say the name and you're like, oh yeah, Natalie Cassidy. Yeah, I know who that is. Do you know what I mean? But also you have this amazing relatability that just draws people in. Do you know what I mean? That feels like, oh my God, I feel like you must get this a lot where people say, oh, I love to have a coffee with her.
Yeah.
I love to I get it a lot, which is I think it's such a testament.
It's
do you know
a real
what I mean?
honour, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'd love to have a glass of Sancerre with her.
I love to have a pint with Mo Gilligan. Oh, he'd tell me all the stories. What's it like all there? Look there, right? That must be a laugh. I'm like, yeah, man, it was all right, man. It's like, because I drink, but I don't drink much. So if anyone is, because do you ever get this where you go to a bar and someone really wants to buy you a drink?
Yeah, a lot, yeah.
Yeah. I don't drink.
No.
But also, I don't also take a lot of drinks from people.
No.
It's just my thing.
Yeah,
like, nothing against the person, but like, come on, I've got to buy you a pint.
No, I'm the same. I'm like, no, please,
I'll be like,
thank you.
I'm good, man.
Because when you've got that pint, that's half an hour with that person.
Yes.
That's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because then they feel entitled to sit with you because they've bought you that drink.
See, I didn't think of it like that.
Is.
I just thought of it something weird where they might put something in my drink, like an ecstasy pill. And now I'm like, at an Arsenal game, like, come on! That's my biggest fear.
No, I don't think it is that. I think it's that they get you the drink and it's like, he's my mate now. I've bought him a drink, haven't I? I've bought him a drink, we're just going to have a chat.
Yeah,
and you've got 25 minutes with someone.
Okay, so my biggest fear was sprinkling some in the drink.
I think it's everyone's bloody biggest fear, Mo. Not just yours.
I can imagine me driving being like, hey, I feel a bit raw. What's good? Hey, you sweating too? I'm sweating.
Open those windows.
And then be like, because once it happened to me, but they didn't put, so what it is, I done this uni show years ago, and these guys were like, Mo, we're doing a shot, come do a shot. And I'm like, I'm good, man. I finished the show, but it was a chili shot.
Oh.
So it was like a normal shot, but it's chili. And I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do a shot. Boom. And my whole throat was burning.
Oh, yeah.
They were laughing. And then I had to play off and laugh a bit. Oh, you got me, guys. But my God, I was sweating for about an hour.
Yeah, it's not funny.
And I was like, all right, that's my lesson now, to not just take drinks from random people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you, like, you know, where you're branching out now and you have your podcast with like your family on it and, you know, you front shows, but you've also been on a really iconic show. You know, what do you want your kind of your legacy to be in some ways, where you have a 15-year-old daughter and, you know, she's skiing and stuff, but if she was to ever go into the route that you would, you know, pursue, what would your advice be, and what would you want your legacy to be in some ways?
Oh, that's a very good question. I would. My kids love it. They are. Eliza loves drama. She loves to sing. My little one is feral at the moment. She's 9. Feral, just runs round. She's still a baby. I love it. She's still a little girl.
Yeah.
She'll be 10 in August, but she plays with dollies. She's not on iPads, not on Snapchat, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love that she's little. But I would like them maybe to just do it as a hobby. I think it's such a difficult thing to get into. my little one said, I said, what would you like to do? And she says, I'd like to be a presenter like Claudia Winkleson. So I said, that's fine. But so I'm like, okay, well, that's quite a big... To know that you want to present something. And I think maybe you will do that. I would say the same to anybody. You've got to be kind. You've not got to have an ego. You've got to be grateful for whatever you do. And you've got to make an impression. You have to go into somewhere and be the best you can be, but without being beggy. Which is quite hard.
Don't be beggy.
But it's hard, though.
Oh, it's an ick.
It's an ick.
It's an ick. Whoever be, you know, you go in a room, you're like, oh my God, I just love, you're like, oh.
All the time, though.
Yeah.
Isn't it just amazing here? I just love it. And oh my God, you know, I feel like we've got quite a lot in common. You're like, you won't be back. You won't be back.
Yeah.
In terms of legacy, though, Mo, for me, 43 years old, who knows what's going to happen? I might carry on doing the pod and that will grow. I've been doing some live shows with that, which I love. So suddenly I am going on stage and talking to audiences and making a few of them laugh, and but with my family as, you know, backup, because they're funny as well. They're making people laugh. But I do wonder about maybe doing that on my own at some point. I would maybe love to do that. But I love comedy. Maybe a sitcom of some kind I would love.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, like to be... But I've done a few cameos.
Like I see that with your family, with your podcast already.
Yeah. You don't know what's around the corner, do you?
I would love to see you do stand-up. I think it'd be really good, honestly.
That's very kind.
If you ever want me to help you write, I'll take 10%.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
No, but honestly,
you
I think...
have 50% if you help me.
I think you'd be a very funny comic, honestly.
That's
because
funny.
you have such a relatability, but you also have a really unique likability as well. And I feel like it doesn't matter whatever you do, we're always going to tune in and cheer you on, because we feel like we know you, but also we're like, oh, like, I know you, but also you're the person that I would love to buy a drink for, and just to buy a drink. Not everyone would want to be like, I've got you for half an hour, but also just like, I want to see that person win, and if I can just assist and buy them a drink, I just love to do that.
Someone paid this
you know
guy to say all this.
No, I swear, I'm a big fan.
You're
man.
making me...
You know, like when we do the pod, I always have like a list of people that I really would love to get on, and then sometimes, like, some of the questions I've asked today, literally, I'm such a happy man now, so I'm like, I knew it. I knew there was a rivalry at the NTAs. I knew I wasn't imagining it. And when I go there next time, I'm like, it's going to kick off at Hollyoaks. They're going to kick off with EastEnders. But no, Natalie, it's such a pleasure to have you on the pod, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Really,
I've loved it. I've loved meeting you.
And I remember we met on the Big Nasty show, actually.
Yes,
that's
we did.
when we met.
That was very good.
Yes, yeah. But that was super brief.
Again, that was
super
quick.
brief. Yeah.
And a fun show.
But you know, that's when I met you that day, I was like, now Sonya is a real one. Sorry, Natalie. I'm so sorry. Because Big Nasty kept saying Sonya, and I kept saying, no, her name's Natalie Cassidy. And then he was like, nah, bruv, that's Sonya, innit? From EastEnders. But when you done that sketch with us, I was like, you are so... The fact that you leaned into it as well, because I thought, maybe like she might not want to... And I'd say it's to Nasty. I said, no, but bro, like, we have to consider that she might be like, I just want to, you know, talk about what I'm talking about and not really do all that. Because sometimes some people are, you know...
I know, but they're knobs, aren't they, if they do that?
No, but the fact that you leaned into it and we done a whole sketch... I was like, that was.
That's when I did a rap as well on your show.
Yes, yeah.
Show. I did something about being a strumpet, having my trumpet.
It's been a pleasure, Natalie.
Thank you
so much. And this has been your beginning, middle, and end. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. Now, a lot goes into making each episode. I know you hear my voice, but there's a team behind the scenes who help make it. And if you did enjoy it, I'd really, really appreciate it if you could show the love to them by giving us 5 stars. And if you also have the time, please leave us a review. It's always appreciated, and we love reading the comments. And of course, we want to keep making it better. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Peace.